put the bus there and I help them pay the mortgage, and yeah, boys pad. Live life, basically. You can't do that, there's something wrong. I know. I am way happier, absolutely. Don't be afraid, just do it, and that's not being cheesy.
You need a window open up here and you could have a party.
Yeah, getting old now. Good afternoon.
G'day, Dan.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Good, mate.
Good. Welcome to Tapawera.
Yeah. The
Nice.
drive up here was beautiful, eh?
Yeah, that's why we live here.
Yeah. And there's other members of the GridFree family that live close by?
Yep, they're about 10 minutes around the corner.
Oh, right.
And then another probably 10 minutes up the hill is another one, yeah.
Oh, right. We'll go and check them out as well.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So this is the bus.
This is the bus, my base. So the lifestyle I'm in now, it means everything to me because it's freedom. The freedom to do what I want when I want and not have the pressures of having to conform and getting up and going to work each day. Hi, I'm Dan. We're here in Tapawera. This is my bus that I live in, and we've got the GridFree crew here today. Well, I'm 45 years old, been working for probably 30 years on the tools as an engineer and a mechanic. Done 7 years at sea as a factory engineer on the fishing boats, and have just decided to take a bit of time off and enjoy the GridFree lifestyle.
To be honest, Dan, I expected a smaller bus.
Oh, did you? We don't do things by halves around here.
No. It's quite the condominium.
Yeah, it's just 12.6 metres long, so I thought if I was going to do something, I might as well do it the biggest I can.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be living in a bus, so.
What year is it?
It's a 1984 Volvo B10M.
And so did you buy it as a bus and strip the seats out?
Yes, correct.
And do it yourself?
Yep, so I bought it, it was a coach when I bought it. It was in service, and I got it from Nelson Coach Lines here, and then brought it home and then pulled all the seats out of it, and then lowered all the floor, and then took all the walls out of it, and then made it as what it is today, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a bus nerd because my father was a coach builder. He
Oh,
built
okay.
buses. Yeah.
Oh, choice. Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I'm always interested. I sort of expected, we've been to see other people with buses, and I sort of expected it to be a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them buy sort of old sort of 70s buses and 60s buses and deck them out. But not too many people will get a big coach like this.
No, and it's a perfect runner. Like the day I bought it, I got a COF on it.
Yep.
The motor's done 50,000 Ks, so the motor's probably worth more than the actual bus.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good runner. I can just open that gate up there and go for a cruise if I want to. And
So you're actually keeping it as a runner?
oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Just fully off grid. I can just go cruising and do whatever I want to do and live life, basically. So the decision to buy a bus was something I've been pondering on for a couple of years. I had some money there to buy a house, or a good deposit for a house, and I thought, well, do I keep working every day? I suffer from anxiety quite a lot, so I thought I'd just buy a bus and just get away from the grinds of having to get up and go to work each day for a while and just do that, yeah. So before I moved here, I lived just round the road and built the bus in a shed, and my landlord, her son, sold his house and he wanted to move back to the shed, so I had to move on. And my mate, he just bought this house out here in Tap, so we put the pad down and put the bus there, and I help him pay the mortgage, and yeah, boys pad. The community for the off-gridders around here is really good. There's only 3 of us at the minute, and that's just because of your guys' stuff. And the community in itself where I live here in Tapawera is really good. Everybody sort of knows everybody anyway. It doesn't matter whether you're on-grid or off-grid. Welcome aboard.
Wow. That's a lot bigger than I expected.
Yeah, I made a good use of the space that I've got in here.
And so you've insulated and lined the whole thing, have you?
So it's all got PIR board, 50mm through here, 75mm in the walls. I took all the tin out of it and took all the polystyrene out of there and stopped them rusting from the inside out.
Right.
And then put all PIR board in there. It's probably about 300 hours work. The floor used to be about that high.
Oh yeah, because they have a walkway in the middle, eh?
Yep, they have that walkway, so I lowered all the floor so it's all level and it's a good height for me. Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Lots of work, hundreds and hundreds of hours, and to look at it, but no one would actually know all the hours that I put into it. Yeah, it's quite a lot. It's all hidden.
So that's the thing. If you buy a bus that's got the seats and everything in it, there's a lot of work to convert that into a space.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it is easy and it's not easy. It's a big job.
Yeah.
That is a big job.
What's with the DJ turntables?
Well, yeah, that was my past life. I was a hard house, hard trance DJ in Christchurch for many, many years. In the early 2000s, yeah. So I'll always have my decks and always have my tunes, and just part of me, who I am, yeah. And I'd rather listen to vinyl than just normal CDs and stuff. So.
Need a window open up here and you could have a party.
Yeah, getting old now. So if someone else was going to do the road that I was going to do with the bus, there are many things you need to think about. The biggest one being the COF for the seats, because as soon as you turn a coach into a motorhome, you have to get certified seats in it, and that includes engineering reports, drawings and stuff like that. Even though I'm a certified welder, I still have to get a certified drawing to get the LT 400. There are lots and lots of things to think about, actually, to be honest. But the price of diesel now is also making it a little bit harder to just want to go off driving. I had friends that had a bus like mine. They took it down the coast, cost them over $800 in diesel. Their friends took another van, smaller, and they paid $170. So they've now sold their big bus and bought a smaller one. So the price of diesel and the COF rigmarole is actually quite hard.
What do you do for work?
I've done the hop season for Hop Revolution as an engineer there. So I run the shed there for 26 days.
Oh, yeah.
So I just do little bits and bobs, fix cars, and
Yeah, okay.
basically don't get up to an alarm.
Yeah. This is the GridFree culture,
Yeah.
right? Which is, do you want to be a slave to a wage?
That's right.
Or change your life a little bit and live a little bit differently
Yeah.
and get your life back?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I've done, yeah. So
And how did you design the layout here? What?
CAD was what I use, which is cardboard duct tape. So the solar panel cardboard that I got from you guys,
Yep.
I used that, and I made a cardboard bench, and I made a cardboard shower, and I made it all out of cardboard from you guys, actually, to be honest.
Ah, right.
And I looked at it and I sat there and thought, yeah, that'll do, and then just changed a few things and done it that way.
Yeah.
Since I've been living in the bus, my life's changed. The fact that I don't have to pay rent as much as I used to have to pay. I still pay a little bit where I'm at now. But just the joy of being in something that's mine, that I created and that I actually own, and that no one can actually take it off me, has actually made my life really good. Would I recommend GridFree? Absolutely. I've sold 2 kits for my friends already through them, 2 guys that were looking for it. I straight away put them onto GridFree, so absolutely would recommend GridFree, and that's not being cheesy. Nah, 100%. Yeah, so the kitchen bench, I just got a big slab and cut it all up and made it sort of to fit, and got a nice big sink. And my friend, she made a awesome backsplash. It's a one of a kind, and they're all hand painted. And it's it's one of the best features of the bus, I think.
Yeah, it looks awesome, mate.
And full gas oven, which is awesome, great for cooking.
Yeah. And so you built the cabinetry and everything yourself?
Yep, made all that, bought the ply and all the runners, and just put it all together myself. And
Yeah, I love that look, eh?
and then obviously there's some ply to tuck into here to finish off the roof and make it look tickety-boo. So yeah, getting there, but
It's cool that you can live in it while you're working on it, eh?
yeah, that's right. That's the main thing about it, and it is livable. Everything's functionable, so happy days. Yeah, so the plan with the bus to finish it off would be, definitely be to finish the walls, get it to a point where if I wanted to sell it, so someone come along and they go, oh yes, that's everything I need, and they don't have to do anything, would be the level that I want to get it to in the next year or two. I'm very happy with the layout and how it is at the moment. If I was to buy another bus, I would buy one that had the engine in the back possibly, just more spacing for the tanks, water tanks, and that allows the layout of the bus over top. My bus is built over the shower, and that's just because I've only got one space for my tanks. Come through here, this is the bathroom. So I've got a full-size wash machine, full-size shower, compost toilet.
Wow. Okay, normally when we do caravans and buses, the bathroom is a compromise, right?
Yep.
Yeah, not here.
Well, to be honest, the whole bus, the layout is built around that drain. So where that drain is and where my water tanks are, the whole build was that drain.
Right.
Yep. So it all relied where that was, and that relayed where the kitchen wall's going to be, where everything's going to be, and also where that hole was in the roof there.
Yep.
So you can shower at night time and look at the stars, or in the rain, so you can get showered and rained on, which is pretty cool, I think.
Right, so you put the shower tray here and then went, right, that's it.
Because of the steel framing, and because it's actually got to come through a pipe and then through another pipe into a sump pump on the other side of the tanks, and then get pumped back into the grey tank.
Yep.
It's actually quite a rigmarole to get full-size tanks. Yeah, so it's all because of that drain. So any tips or advice for other people would be, just do it. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about anything, and just if you want to do it, just think about it, and it will come. It'll just manifest. And do it. It is actually worth it.
Is the toilet here working? Or?
No, it's just a compost one.
Yep.
But if you put a bucket in there, then yes, she's good to go. It's got a fan and that all there ready to go and stuff like that. So, but I just use the toilet inside.
Yeah. So this is perfect for when you hit the road, right?
Yep, 100%. Yep. And if I ever sell it and someone wants a compost toilet, it's in there. Yeah. So this all works. I just haven't got it drained yet, but this is all plumbed up. Basically, Bunnings I built it from. So everything's basically from Bunnings.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good ad for Bunnings.
Yeah. Go Bunnings.
So you've obviously been building this for a while. What were the best moments in the build?
Some of my proudest moments would be when I had my first shower. Just to turn that shower on is a lot of work. Pumps, tanks, heating, all of that sort of stuff. Location. Also turn the lights on. It was a good buzz. And sleeping in it for the first time. Which was pretty cool. Yeah.
So it's quite a luxurious bus because it's got a big kitchen. It's got a big bathroom, a big bedroom, proper bed with a big flat screen TV in there. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, well, you only live once, might as well have everything good, so yeah.
Bus living is quite nice.
Yeah, it is. For me, yeah, and in this particular bus it is, I'm quite happy. I go to sleep with a bit of a smile. So yeah, no, I'm quite proud, quite happy with it. It's good. Having solar set up is definitely good for my mental health because I don't have to pay the power bill every month when it comes round. It's just another bill that and if you have a bit of a cold winter or something and you use more power, then it's more of a gosh. I don't get those goshes anymore. The reason why I chose solar over mains power is because I can be grid free and I can be anywhere I want to be, basically. And being in the bus and being fully self-contained, I could be out in this paddock here and it's fine. I'm happy. I could go out and do welding or fabricating or just living, basically. So the best off-grid hack I would have would be buy more than you need or what you can afford. Actually, if you can afford a bit more, actually do it. In the long run, you'll be better off because you're not sacrificing having to watch what you're using, what power you're using, when you're using it, basically. I'm definitely an advocate for solar because I think that the power companies are a have, and you become a slave once you get into the system. And I think standing on your own 2 feet is absolutely brilliant and absolutely recommend it to anybody. So this is the GridFree Freedom kit that I got from you guys, and this is where I store it. I found a good spot here for it and have the batteries above it, so it's all nicely close together.
Yeah, plenty of space in the back of the bus here for it, eh?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I sort of went with that mid-engine bus, but I don't think I'd do that again, space-wise, but yeah, heaps of room to throw all the toys in there.
And what made you choose the Freedom kit?
The size, because I'm an engineer and a welder, and I want to be able to use my compressor or grinder or welder, or if I go anywhere I can use my tools. Being the 5 kVA kit allows me to do that.
Yeah, it'd be more than enough power for you.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted, and the price was awesome, and just to buy the whole kit it's easy. It's a no-brainer really, and yeah, the wiring of it's simple. It's great. Absolutely love it. Recommend it 100%.
Yeah. And do you change the way you're living at all because you're on solar? No. Because with that kit, you can pretty much just live normally, eh?
Exactly, and that's why I did it. I didn't want to have to sacrifice anything. And yeah, so no, I don't, nothing. So yeah, it hardly actually, to be honest, actually gets used.
Yeah.
For its full spec. But I have run my compressor on it and have run my welder on it. And
yeah, it's great to have that extra capacity in the solar kit if you want to run
100%.
Equipment like that.
Yeah, I'd rather have more than less. I mean, not have it.
And did you install it
Yes,
yourself?
I installed it myself, the whole lot.
Gosh.
And then I got a electrical certification on it, EWF. That little wee purple book that you give out, that's... You can't do that, there's something wrong.
I know, it's years in the making, that book.
Yeah. So my day-to-day usage for me varies on each day, whether it's wet or dry, obviously. But mainly I get up when I feel like it, normally about 9 o'clock. As far as power usage goes, I might watch a bit of TV or jump on my turntables or something like that, but don't use much of it, to be honest. For me, I don't think there's any sacrifices of living off-grid with the solar system I have, because it's so hearty. I don't go without. So this is the waterworks business end of things.
Is that an instant hot water heater there?
Yep, so that's a Suburban Nautilus, they call it, and it's just on demand.
So you've obviously got a pump that you use to get water pressure. What's that?
So that's just in here. It's a 55 psi, 11 litres a minute pump, and then there's an accumulator there.
And I notice all your wiring's all clean and tidy in there.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job.
That way you don't get any surprises when you're running down the road. I think rubbing on anything or something doesn't work or fire.
And is that when you lowered the floor?
Yep, so that's how far I've cut out of the floor, all of that there. When I was living in Motueka for years, I'd be driving through Tap and I'd be like, who wants to live in Tapawera? I don't think I want to leave. I love it. It's awesome. There's no KFCs, there's no McDonald's, there's no nothing. It's just a 4 square, a caf, and no traffic lights. No roadblocks.
She starts first time, mate.
What I love most about this lifestyle is the freedom. Just the freedom, basically. The freedom to do what I want, when I want. Jump on my dirt bike and go ripping through the hills. Get down the river with the dogs. And to just be me and enjoy life and not have to work for the man. I am way happier, absolutely. Life is great. Yeah, I have 0 problems. And yeah, no, life is good, very good.